Hey hello dudes, welcome to Ash Talks. Squid Game series season 2 is going to stream the 26th of December. We all know how season 1 got more popular and worldwide. Squid Game is a Korean series. There is always a craze among fans for Korean movies and series. Compared to Korean movies, only 2 or 3 Korean series is famous in worldwide. But n number of Korean movies are famous. Though Squid Game changed that one, and now, most people are visiting more Korean series. Coming to Squid Game is a South Korean dystopian survival thriller created by writer and producer Wang Dong-hyuk. It premiered on Netflix on September 17, 2021. Also, it sets a record of Netflix's most watched series of all time, with 330 million views and over 2.8 billion viewing hours. We're going to watch some series and movies which are like Squid Game plot of survival and last person standing. So, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe my channel and hit the like button. Let's get into this video. "3% is a Portuguese series which streamed in Netflix platform. It is the first Portuguese-language Netflix original series. The story of the series is, in the distant future, most of the population lives in poverty in an area known as the inland. There is an elite group, though, that is chosen to live in a virtual paradise, the offshore. Every year, each 20-year-old gets a chance to make it to the island paradise by taking a series of tests. Only 3% of the candidates succeed and qualify to leave the impoverished inland area. One of the newest residents of the offshore is Michelle, a naive young woman with no family who has a strong sense of justice. The series has 4 seasons and final season streamed in the year of 2020. The characters were well written and the storyline was very captivating. But in season 3 and 4, there was a bit of a letdown, especially season 4 felt congested and messy with so many plot lines, and also felt like a bit of hurry to finish the characters and to end the series. But other than that, the show's most greatest asset is casting the young ones. If you're a fan of dystopian drama, you can give a shot to watch. 13 Game of Death or 13 Beloved Movie is a Thailand film released in the year of 2006. This movie is a mixture of horror, dark comedy and crime thriller drama. Directed by Chukiat Sakvirakul. The plot of the movie is, Kuzit is having the worst day of his life. He just lost his job and is in serious debt. That is all about to change when he receives a mysterious phone call with a tempting offer. If he could complete 13 tasks, he will win 100 million baht. Kuzit agrees and the game begins. It shows the world's morality and human nature in a capitalist society with some layers of childhood trauma in a more disturbing and psychological way. Other than that, this movie is a fun and engaging film, if you aren't too grossed out or unnerved by a few challenges. A prequel of this film is a short film 12 Begin, was made as part of the film's pre-release promotional campaign. A sequel called 14 Beyond has been planned for several years, but has yet to start production. Most Dangerous Game is an American series premiered in the year of 2020. With 2 seasons streaming on Prime Video. The plot of the series is, Tynes, who is desperate to take care of his pregnant wife before a terminal illness can take his life, Tynes accepts an offer to participate in a deadly game where he soon discovers that he's not the hunter, but the prey. Though the show is entertaining with action and suspense, but fans disappointed in the format of the show, which was in Quibi version where each episodes has only less than 10 minutes. In the same name, movie was released in the year of 2022 with different plot. Deadman Wonderland is a Japanese dark fantasy action anime. Released in the year of 2011. The plot of this anime is, an innocent teenage boy Ganta who's framed for mass murder of his entire class and forced to participate in an underground prison fighting ring. During the massacre, the real killer embeds a red crystal in him. Ganta is sent to a privately owned prison which has a rather different and perverted take on incarceration, entertaining the masses by performing dangerous games in exchange for privileges. Every inmate he encounters has their own goals, survival being the main one, and it is now up to him to survive this and maybe even prove his innocence. The story is incomplete and ended in a cliffhanger and they cancelled the show. This anime has a very dark tone and even the characters you will like have a dark side to them. The story is very good with great plot twists and with characters developed in very realistic ways. The Running Man is an American sci-fi, dystopian action film released in the year of 1987. The film directed by Paul Michael Glaser and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Conchita Alonso. The plot of the movie is, in a dystopian America, a falsely convicted policeman gets his shot at freedom when he must forcibly participate in a TV game show where convicts, runners, must battle killers for their freedom. The film is based on the 1982 novel The Running Man written by Stephen King. It is a memorable film while watching a movie series like The Hunger Games and Squid Game. The story of the film sets in dystopian year of 2017. It was a predictable story, but it's an fun, entertaining and classy one to watch. Jackpot is an American dystopian action film. Released in the year of 2024. The film was directed by Paul Feig. Starring John Cena, Awkwafina, and Simu Liu. It's an action, comedy movie. The plot of the movie is, in the very near future, the Grand Lottery has been established in economically challenged California. The only catch: kill the winner before sundown and you can legally claim their prize. New LA transplant Katie, played by Awkwafina, accidentally finds herself with the winning ticket and must join forces with amateur jackpot protector Noel, played by John Cena, to make it to sundown in order to claim her multi-billion-dollar prize, all while dealing with Noel's protection rival Lewis, played by Simu Liu, who also wants to get her to sundown in order to claim his rich protection commission. These types of films are usually in a horror and more gruesome. But this film is a fun, entertaining, non-serious film with some lightly horrific scenes. The performances of the leads pulls comedy in the serious and emotional situation. This film gets more poor reviews. If you want to watch this film, just skip the reviews and make a visit. Future Diary is a Japanese manga series, written and illustrated by Sake Esuno. Future Diary, or Mirai Nikki, television anime series broadcasted in the year of 2011 to 2012. The plot and characters of the anime is a survival game among 12 people who have mobile phones receiving diaries about what will happen in several minutes within the future. Each future diary holder receives a future from a different perspective. So, the diary holders fight each other while avoiding their expected death by knowing the future. Deus Ex Machina, the god of time and space, with the last survivor becoming heir to the universe. Yuki Amano, a socially awkward boy and one of the game's competitors who only wants to survive. Yuno, another player of the game and a friend who would do anything to be with Yuki. Minin, an infamous terrorist with a grudge against God. And Akis, a genius teen detective and a friend of Yuki who investigates the true purpose of the game and Yuno's dark secrets. This show contains absurd action and dark humor. And characters are well written too. Liar Game is a Korean series. Released in the year of 2014. It's a genre of psychological survival drama. Starring Kim So-eun, Lee Sang-yoon, and Shin Sung-rock. The plot of the series is, a college student, Nam Da-young, gets selected to participate in Liar Game, a reality show that gives its contestants money of 10 billion won. They have to cheat each other out of in that Da-young falls victim to the other player, who is her former teacher. She loses her money. To succeed, she seeks help from Cha Woo-jin, a convicted swindler and living lie detector. This series gets a mixed reviews compared to the original. The original manga series with the same name, which was written and illustrated by Shinobu Kaitani. From the original, other than the Korean adaptation, there is also 2 Japanese series and movies which were released in 2007 to 2010. Escape Room is an American psychological sci-fi movie. Released in the year of 2019. Directed by Adam Robitel. This film has a sequel named Escape Room, Tournament of Champions, which was released in 2021. The plot of the movie is, 6 strangers are given mysterious black boxes with tickets to an immersive escape room for a chance to win tons of money. Being locked in several rooms with extreme conditions, they discover the secrets behind the escape room and must fight to survive and to find a way out. The twist at the end was a stretch to accept, but other than that, it's a good watch, and making of each stage setup is good, and solving the puzzle to escape from the room of death is also a good one. Ready or Not is an American horror comedy film. Released in the year of 2019. Directed by Matt Bettinelli Alpin and Tyler Gillett, stars Samara Weaving, Adam Brody, and Mark O'Brien. The plot of the movie is, after the wedding ceremony of a young woman, Grace, her new in-laws force her to participate in a seemingly innocent game. Things soon turn bloody and sinister, revealing the sick rituals and dark secrets of the family. This film was a box office success, and earned strong reviews for its mix of horror, comedy and social commentary. The gore and violence breaks up perfectly by dark humor. The film doesn't set out to be taken seriously but to enjoy the film with the sense of horror and comedy. Some may predicted the ending twist and some may not. Main characters and side characters are also done their best part in it. So, just give it a time to watch. Death Bell is a Korean horror thriller film. Released in the year of 2008. Directed by Chong and Kim Eun-kyung. Starring Lee Bom-soo, Kim Bum, Nam Ji-woo Ri, and Yoon Young-hee. The plot of the movie is: students at an elite high school are held captive and forced into a series of sadistic games. They are picked off one by one and held in impenetrable traps where they must rely on the amazing intellects of their classmates to be released. This film is a slasher one. The acting was great all around. It even had a good twist at the end. This film gets good as well in box office of one of the highest grossing Korean horror films in history. The sequel of this film, Death Bell 2, Bloody Camp, released in 2010, though it's totally unrelated to part 1. Both the films are good to watch. No Way Out, The Roulette is a Korean series. Released in the year of 2024, with 8 episodes. Starring Cho Jin-won, Yoo Jae-myung, Kim Sung-chul, Sung Yoo-bin, and Greg Shu. The plot of the series is: the online streamer known as Masked Man proposes a killing game. For killing and giving punishment, he gives a certain amount according to the task. On one of task, he proposes a bounty of 20 billion won on Kim Guk-ho's life, a vicious criminal who has drawn public outrage, who is released from prison. Most of the people didn't wish for his release. Cho Jin-won as Detective Baek Jong-sik, gets the order to protect the criminal Kim Guk-ho. Being a corrupted cop, he stole and loses money from a person who completed Masked Man's previous task. The person he stole the money blackmails Jong-sik to kill Guk-ho. Whether he kills him or protects him is the ending. In this series, Greg Shu, a Taiwanese actor, debuted his first Korean series. He played as a professional assassin named Mr. Smile, from Taiwan to kill Guk-ho. In the final scene of the episode, they gives a lead to season 2 by plotting a conflict between Mr. Smile and Jong-sik. This series concentrated in story with less number of murder scenes. They shown, each characters has their own reason to kill Guk-ho and intricately connected to others. It's a good series to watch. Stay Alive is an American horror thriller film. Released in the year of 2006. Directed by William Brent. The plot of the movie is: a group of friends decide to play a killer video game based on the legend of the Countess of Blood, Elizabeth Báthory, and to find a mysterious death of their old friend which lies within that video game. In one line, if you die in the game, you die for real. It's not the best horror movie, and also they didn't executed it well, but it's a decent one to watch. Rollerball is an American dystopian sci-fi sport film. Released in the year of 1975. Directed by Norman Jewison. Starring James Caan, John Houseman, and Maud Adams. The film was remixed in 2002 with the same name. The plot of the movie is: the film is set in the year of 2018 in a futuristic society where corporations have replaced countries. A violent futuristic game known as rollerball is the recreational sport of the world, with teams representing various areas. One player, Jonathan, fights for his personal freedom and threatens the corporate control. This film gets appreciation for stunts which shows tense action. This film is a classic. It was one of the biggest box office successes of 1975, it grossed $30 million. If you want to watch, the 1975 version is worth seeing, and it is the original and still the best. The Purge is an American dystopian horror movie franchise. Directed by James DeMonaco. The first installment of the franchise is The Purge, released in the year of 2013. Till now the Purge franchise have 5 movies. Fifth installment of the franchise is The Forever Purge, released in the year of 2021. Based on the Purge movie franchise, they premiered a television series with 2 seasons from 2018 to 2019, and created by James DeMonaco. The plot of the Purge movie is: America racked by crime and overcrowded prisons, the government has sanctioned an annual 12-hour period in which any and all criminal activity including murder becomes legal. The police can't be called. Hospitals suspend help. It's one night when the citizenry regulates itself without thought of punishment. On this night plagued by violence and an epidemic of crime, each one must protect their own life and own family. Except top 5 most higher officials, all must run to save their own lives. Compared to part 1 of the franchise, second and third parts amplifies the fear factor and thrilling movements. The franchise have received mixed reviews. After the release of 5th part, the film producer planned to take 6th part and director James makes the story for Leo Barnes' character from Anarchy in election year. And also planned for 3rd season of the series, but it was scrapped. You will like this Purge franchise, if you're a fan of dystopian thriller. Enter the Dragon is a Chinese martial arts film. Released in the year of 1973. Directed by Robert Klaus. And written by Michael Allen and Bruce Lee. Stars of the film are Bruce Lee, John Saxon, and Jim Kelly. The plot of the film is, Lee, a man recruited by an agency to investigate a tournament hosted by Han, since they believe he has an opium trade there. Roper and Williams are former army buddies since Vietnam and they enter the tournament due to different problems that they have. It's a deadly tournament they will enter on an island. Bruce Lee looked more charismatic in this film. He worked a great deal on this movie. He wrote most of the screenplay, filmed all of the action scenes and directed several scenes. His hands were all over it. It's a first and only solo big Hollywood production for Bruce Lee. This film was Jackie Chan's first on-screen film with a small role. I don't have to say anything about this film like good or bad review, because most of you have probably already seen it. Even after some decades, this film is always a classic and best remarkable movie of all time. Though, it was the best martial arts film. The 8 Show is a psychological comedy thriller series. Released in the year of 2024. Directed by Bae Jin-soo. Starring Lee Ju-young, Moon Jung-hee, Lee Yu, Chung Woo-hee, Ryu Jun-yeol, Bae Seong-woo, Park Hae-jun and Park Jung-min. The plot of the series is 8 people in need of money are invited to appear on reality variety show Money Game. The 8 people are to stay at the studio that consists of nothing but concrete walls. If they are able to hang in there for 100 days, they can divide the winning prize of 44.8 billion won equally. But, everything they spend for, including necessities like food, water, electricity, costs 1,000 times more than normal prices and are deducted from the winning prize. Also, for each floor there is a difference in the given money. Both money and time, either increases or decreases according to the interest of viewers on each contestants. This series portrays the society of humanism versus capitalism. Also the social status of high class and low class. If first floor gets $1,000 to spend on needy things and 8th floor gets $100 million to spend, but the amount on things they fixed is same. The 8 characters were well written and the stars who acted in that roles done their best part. Especially Woo-hee, who acted as 8th floor really done a good part. Because her character placed as an annoying and irritating one to viewers. At first half of the series is engaging and interesting but in last 2 episodes it's bit of disappointing and feels like dumb. This series may be uncomfortable for someone and it's not for everyone. Tomodachi Game is a Japanese manga-based anime series. Released in the year of 2022 with 12 episodes. Original manga was conceptualized by Makoto Yamaguchi and written and illustrated by Yuki Sato. It has been serialized in Kodansha's Besatsu Shonen magazine since December 2013. The plot of the anime is high school student Katagira and his friends Yutori, Shiho, Makoto, and Tenji involved in an extortionate debt repayment game because the funds for the upcoming school trip are stolen. To find person who stole the money they have to exploit psychological warfare and intellectual games to feed one another's suspicions. And they meet controversial figure Manabu-kun, who is a mysterious mascot who serves as a guide for this game. 5 of them have to play each game and it has its own unique rules to follow. This anime is vert interesting and holds a grip at good spot. It's intense and drags you instantly with the writing of the story and traps in the game. It'll show trust of friendship and love over the money. Overall, this anime is a good psychological thriller that gives you an impact. Night Has Come is a Korean horror thriller series. Released in the year of 2023 with 12 episodes. Directed by Dae Wong Lim. Starring Lee Jae-in, Kim Woo-sok, Choi Yi-bin, Cha Woo-min, Ahn Ji-ho, and Jung Se-ri. The plot of the series is, a group of high school students is forced to play a deadly real-life game of Mafia at a retreat center. The class 2 to 3 students from Yoil High School go on a field trip. When the night comes, all the students in the building receive a message that indicates the Mafia game is about to begin. The only way to survive is to eliminate fellow classmates and find the Mafia. The series starts off quite strongly, with gripping and intriguing enough to spark the interest to the viewer, look for who is behind everything and to figure out who is the next target. The ending was ruined this whole drama. It was unsatisfying, and unsolved, probably, twist hinting at a second season, may have the answer for unexplained things. But the performance of the characters were strong enough to see. Except the bad ending, this series is solidly interesting and entertaining mystery thriller to watch. Battle Royale is a Japanese thriller film. Released in the year of 2000. Directed by Kinji Fukasaku. Starring Tatsuya Fujiwara, Aki Maeda, and Taro Yamamoto. This film is based on the novel by Kushin Takami. In 2003, the director of this film released second part. The plot of Battle Royale is, a group of 42 ninth-grade students from a Japanese high school has been forced by legislation to compete in a battle royale. The students are sent off to a deserted island for 3 days. The students have to kill one another in a no-holds-barred game to the death, until one survives, or they all die. Japanese government tries to ban the novel, which was released on 1999. After a year, when movie was released, they tried the same, but they failed, and in result both the novel and film become famous all over Japan. This film has affected many people. There are fans for this movie and also there are some hate too. Cast of students are young ones and their performance all over the film is interesting and excellent. They shown all the students' characters unlike the other similar movies. Compared to Squid Game production, this film was not taken in high budget, but it's simple and an awesome movie to spend a time. Alice in Borderland is a Japanese manga-based live-action sci-fi thriller series, directed by Shinsuke Sato. Stars of the series, Kento Yamazaki and Dao Sachiya. The manga was written by Haro Aso. The manga released in 2010 to 2015, and the series released in 2020 to 2022 with 16 episodes and 2 seasons. The plot of the series is, Arisu and his 2 best friends Chota and Karub are hiding in a subway toilet chased by police. When they leave it, they find that all the people of Tokyo have disappeared and the city is empty. Then they will be forced to participate in life and death games, with the only option being victory, otherwise those who do not participate in the games are executed by the creator of the games. Some of the series of the story alters from the original manga or novel. But it's one of the best live-action adaptations of manga series. Surprisingly, the manga fans were happy and liked this live-action adaptation. The characters elevates this story and that shows the plot more intriguing and excellent. The scenes are well balanced and for visual it'll be a thrilling experience for the viewers. This series is an underrated one and didn't get any appreciation like Squid Game. It was renewed for a 3rd season, set to come out in 2025. Just watch this series and it'll be in your binge-watching list. So, that's all for today's content. Hope you like this video and love the list that I have made. If you have any problem with it, post a comment and I'll correct it in next video. If you like this content, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Thank you.